Alright guys, so here we are for round 2. I'm skipping the intro and we're just gonna jump right on in.
So we all walk in the door and I remember the first thing was all of these guys just stared at us. They all just turned and just stared at us.
See, now that just sounds fucking creepy. That should have been your red flag to get the fuck out of there.
One guy goes, "Oh, everyone line up against that wall." So we were all just like, okay, like we're younger. We just wanted to be cool. We wanted to fit in with this cool group of guys. So we all lined up against the wall.
See, this is the difference between high school me and high school you. If I would have walked into a place and anybody would have just asked my little group to get it up against the side of the wall, nope, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
And I just remember between a few of them, they all started numbering us, like out of 10, like, or rating us.
See, you didn't need feminism. You needed one of your parents to teach you some common fucking sense. I could not begin to describe the horrible and fucked up events that would have taken place had I listened to everybody else around me.
I remember I just felt so uncomfortable, and then my friend's like, "Here, have a drink, just pour yourself a drink, it'll be fine, la la la."
In the interest of saving some time, she goes through and talks about how she goes to this party. She finds it all really uncomfortable, and she tells her friends this, and her friends encourage her to drink more and to stay at the party. And of course, things don't get better for her. She begs to her clearly shitty friends that she wants to go home to take her away from there, and they refuse because they're enjoying the party.
"Keep drinking, you'll be fine." So that's what I did. I had no other option, so I just...
That's right, she didn't have an option, because not drinking was clearly not an option. Skipping ahead to save on time, and I'm just going to be brutally fucking honest with my summary of what I gathered from what she's saying. Now, she misses the opportunity to learn from her mistakes and get the hell away from these people, and goes on instead to, I can only imagine, developing self-esteem issues and eating disorders, and then blames on objectification that she suffered so horribly from.
I want to talk about, when we backtrack feminism, I want to speak about how people may have objectified you.
And how you just couldn't get the fuck over it and move on with your life.
And that's what happens. Women get objectified as if they're like an object. Like a girl wouldn't go into a party and line up a boy and be like, "Okay, I'm gonna rate you all." Boys would be like, "Hell no, fuck off. What do you think you're doing?"
Actually, in most cases, if there's even the slightest fucking chance that that guy thinks he's gonna get laid, you can make him bark like a fucking dog. I have seen my own friends in school do degrading things just because their girlfriend asked them to. And for no other reason than their girlfriend's self-gratification.
They have courage to speak up to women because they've put themselves on a higher platform. For girls, we immediately get objectified. If someone puts themselves above us, we just go, okay.
See? Right there. It's feminists who portray women as some weak and submissive thing. I don't know where the hell you grew up. Where have you grown up where all the women are so damn weak?
And we suck it up. We feel like we literally just give in to the fact that we are objects for them to play with. And okay, I just want to say before I keep going, this is not me hating on men. This is not me hating on boys. This is me literally stating what some boys do.
This is also you just skipping over what some women do. And surprise, surprise, if some boys do it and some girls do it, then guess what? It's not a fucking gendered issue.
I know there's some amazing guys out there that do not do this stuff because you probably switched onto the fact that it's totally fucked up.
Yeah, some men are not assholes. Some women are not assholes. The same way some men are assholes. The same way some women are assholes. Welcome to reality, where being an asshole has no correlation as to which sex you were born as.
But if you're a guy that still kind of does this shit and treats women this way, then I'm seriously saying it's not okay.
The big problem I have with feminism is that you're constantly lashing out on the fucking men. The fucking women do this shit too. But you're fucking blind to it. Or you're just ignorant or stupid. Which one is it?
It's not feminism, it's equalism. It's about teaching men what they can and can't say to girls.
And it's never about teaching women what they can and cannot say to men and boys. Fuck you, that's not equalism.
All of this is personal to me. This is what I've grown up with, so this may not apply to you, but...
This applies to nobody who actually has the concept that men and women are in fact equal.
Where I grew up, there was all, as I said, all the girls' private schools and all the boys' private schools. I lived in a bubble world of this. This was my world. It was going to school and going to these parties with these people. These were the people that were around.
And this is the real fucking world. Look, I'm gonna start skipping through some of your personal stories here. She goes on to tell us about the time she hung out with rugby players and complains about their vulgar conversations. She tells us how she's upset because they're only talking about girls' good looks and not about their personalities. And she was upset because they didn't give women respect in their conversations.
I'd go to a party and I would be so nervous to go, and I'd just be an anxious wreck that a boy would come up to me and be like, oh, you're so fat and ugly or something. Like, all these names would be thrown about. Right? They would openly say this stuff.
Okay, do you have any complaints that don't involve people saying mean things to you? Contrary to what feminists would have us believe, words cannot actually hurt you unless you let them. And even then, they cannot physically hurt you. It's impossible. And
they'd say it not only about me, they'd say it about the girls I was with, and then like there was a few selected hot girls that every guy would try and get, and like...
Yes, every feminist needs feminism to abolish jealousy.
It was like we were just there as their sidekicks, like, and I don't know why we kept going or why I kept going to these parties. It was like I had to go to be validated, and then I have to go and try and get with the cooler guy each time to be validated.
Ironically, validation is not a valid reason to need to do something. Now, maybe I'm getting off on the wrong foot, and you're trying to help women understand that it's their fucking fault if they let people do this to them. If this is what you're actually here to do, then I say more power to you. Educate women that they have the power in their situations unless they're being held against their will by physical force. But that's not what feminism is about. Feminism is about placing all the blame on the fucking patriarchy. It's about conditioning the minds of people so that way you don't ever have to hear a negative thing ever again. And feminism is willing to burn all the free speech to the ground in order to achieve this.
It was like school didn't even matter. It was always about the weekend and partying and about boys. And so this is where lots of girls in my grade started having eating disorders, and they started being bulimic. Lots of people would start to get depressed, and they would start inflicting self-harm on themselves. And I truly fucking believe it comes from being objectified.
You know what? If it's true for the girls, then it's fucking true for the guys too. Because you objectified them as much as they objectified you. They just happen to be more fucking honest about it. See, the guys are all about the weekends now. They're all about the partying. They're all about getting the girls. They gotta appear as a bigger man than all the other guys to get the girl. They've gotta drink more than all the other guys. They've gotta be more fit than all the other guys. They have to be a douchebag so they can come off as the alpha male. Then they develop character flaws and they become an alcoholic. And then later on down the road, they self-reflect on what a terrible person that they've become. And you know what? Instead of getting an eating disorder, they go and fucking commit suicide. They blow their fucking brains out. But oh, the poor fucking girls. But you know what? It's not even oh, the poor fucking guys. Because no matter what kind of shit you go through, no matter what you're put through, no matter what people say to you, you choose what is important to you. Sure, you can have influences, but those are ultimately irrelevant. It is you who makes the choice. There is no such thing as mind control. The patriarchy did not make you do it. Well guys, that's all we have for round 2. There's still so much video to go through. There's probably going to end up being a third and fourth part. I'm going to try to at least condense it down into just a third part. I do hope you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, just remember, I still love you. Well, I'll see you guys in round 3. Remember, keep up the fight against stupidity wherever you may find it, and have a lovely day.